Hello everyone, it's Mara here again, and I have a question for you. What does home mean to you? Home can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. What exactly is home anyway? Does home mean the house that you live in, or the house that you grew up in, or maybe it's a future thing. Maybe your home is going to be the place where you settle down and you have your family and you raise your family. Home doesn't necessarily have to be a physical place either. Sometimes home is where the heart is, as the old saying goes. Sometimes some people don't feel that they have a home at all. They feel no sense of belonging to any one particular place because nowadays people can move an awful lot. Some people who are very, very young, maybe even your age, well, they might have already lived in 3, 4, 5 different countries, maybe even more. Sometimes parents travel when they work, so they might spend a few years in one place and then they move to a few years in another place and then a few years in another place, and there is a sense of rootlessness. We don't really know where we might come from. Other people feel that they have many different homes. I am one of those people, I think. I certainly feel that I have a home in Kenya because that is where I grew up. I feel very comfortable there. I feel very safe there. I feel very, very happy there. But when I was 13 and I moved to Scotland, suddenly Scotland became my home. And I love Scotland very, very much. And I feel very happy here and very safe here and very comfortable here. So I am one of the lucky people where I feel I do have different homes. Sometimes home can just be a transient place. You might be in this particular place, but you know you're not going to be there for a very long period of time. It's a stepping stone to the new place, and that's okay too. But home is definitely a very, very special, special word. And for a lot of people, it means an awful lot. You've heard of the term a homebody? That's somebody who likes to stay at home. Somebody who is very comfortable, not really having to go very far away at all. And if they do travel and go on holiday, they're actually quite glad to come back and be in their space where they've got all of their things around them and they know where everything is and they know how everything works, and there is a sense of familiarity. But I have a little story for you. It's about two men. And one day, these two men found themselves in a little marketplace. Now, these two men lived on a mountain. And as they were busy talking to some of the people in the marketplace, well, man number one started to tell everybody about his home. Oh, the mountain is beautiful. The mountain has lovely green grass, rich and juicy, so all of my cows can graze quite happily. It has rolling slopes, and sometimes my children, they roll down that hill, and oh, my mountain is beautiful. I love my home. But the man next to him said, "What? Nah, 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 nah. I don't know what you're talking about because I live on that mountain and there are no lovely, rolling, green, lush, grassy hills there. No, my cows struggle to find something to eat. There is jagged rocks here, there, and everywhere. It's not safe. It's not comfortable. Sometimes it's stormy and the wind blows and it rains like crazy. No, the mountain. It is my home, but it is not an easy place to live. But I love it very much and I'm used to how things are there." And of course, man number one says, "You don't know what you're talking about. That mountain is beautiful. It is sunny almost every single day. It's perfect. It is heaven, heaven, heaven on earth." And the two men, they started to get into a little argument. And it was only when an old wise woman came along and said, "You two, shh. You, man number one, live on the west side of the mountain. And you, man number two, live on the east side of the mountain. So even though you both share the same home, you both live on the same mountain, each of you experience very, very different things. So yes, you both have very unique experiences of that mountain, but that mountain is still home." So there you go, a tiny little story about how two people can live in exactly the same place but have very, very different experiences of it. I have a little activity for you to do. And for this activity, you're going to need some paper and you're going to need some color pencils. So have you got them all ready? Have you got yourself sorted? take a little minute, take a little break here. You can put me on pause, go gather your things, and then come back. What we're going to do now is that we are going to draw. We are going to draw our imagined home. So I want you to think of a place that you think will make you feel very, very safe, very, very comfortable, very, very happy. So what are the things that bring you joy? Think about it. You're going to be drawing this map, but this map doesn't have to look like the maps that we're used to. Let this map become something out of your imagination. Things don't have to be to scale, and the roads don't all have to be in exactly the right place. You could draw a tiny little mountain and a great big waterfall if you love waterfalls. If you like cars and living in a city, then maybe you can have bigger roads and you can just play around with your imagination. But use lots of color, use patterns, really make this place, this picture that you're going to draw, the perfect vision of home that you have got. So think about what is important to you. In your home, what would you like near you? Now, for some people, they might say, I really want a very, very good school near my home. Because when I go to school, I want it to be very close so I don't have to walk very far. Other people might think, I don't want my school to be too close because I love riding my bike. And if I can put my school right there on the other side of a forest, then I can cycle through that forest every single day. So you might have a school important to you. You might want to have a little hospital near you in case somebody that you love gets unwell. Maybe you want a park. Maybe you do want a forest or a mountain that you can climb. Maybe you like swimming pools. Maybe you like swimming in the river, or maybe you are an ocean person. Whatever that is, place it somewhere in your picture. Position your home close to something that you love. Yeah? Then think about all the things that you like doing. Maybe you could put in a skate park. Maybe you love going to the cinema and you want a cinema near your home. What else could you put in there? What sort of things do you like doing? Do you like playing sports? Do you like football? Do you like tennis? Do you like maybe having a little youth club nearby? Maybe you need somewhere where you can just hang out with your friends. You can talk and you can chat and you can laugh and you can tell stories. Maybe if you were like me, you might want somewhere where in the evenings you could light a little fire, roast and toast your marshmallows, and then tell each other stories. What is going in through your mind right now? What would you put there? Now, the other thing that makes home important is, of course, the people. Who do you want near you? Who do you live with? Are you living with your mother and your father? Are you living with your elderly parents? Are you living with your grandparents? Are you living with friends? Who are the people that you feel very, very close to? Who do you think are the people who would protect you when you need them? Who are the people who would support you when you needed them? Imagine, who are these people? They might not even necessarily have to live with you. Your best friend might live next door, and maybe you might have a little zip wire that heads straight through their window and into their room. You could play around with this and invent whatever you like. But what does your home mean to you? Think about how you want to feel when you walk home, or how you are when you're inside your home. Maybe the inside of your home is an extremely important part of who you are. For some people, it might be outside. Sometimes it doesn't really matter at all. Certainly, when I'm thinking about Kenya, I know that the outside is definitely more important than the inside. But in Scotland, because it's a little bit chillier, I do spend a lot more time inside. And so the inside does become a little bit more important to me. Maybe you like different lights. What do the lights look like? Are you going to have great, big, massive woven lamps outside as street lights? Maybe you like a little bit of bling bling. So are you going to have any bling bling anywhere near your home? So just take some time, take a good chunk of time, and just draw out all of the things that you think would make your home the absolutely most perfect home in the entire world. When you have finished that, then maybe it would be nice to share that with somebody. And then you could talk them through it. You could say, well, I put my house here because I wanted to be quite close to the swimming pool so that when I finish school, I can run and have a little swim. Or maybe you could say, I chose this forest because I love animals. And maybe you could have a monkey in the forest. Who knows? This is your dream home and you can have whatever you like in it. So have some fun. And do you know something? Maybe your idea of home might change over time. And so, in a few years, maybe you could do this again and see if anything has changed at all. But in the meantime, where we are now, where we are living right now at this moment in time, it is our home for the moment. And the only way that you're going to enjoy your home is if you put something into it. Use your energy, enjoy the place that you're in, make the most of it, make friends and build a little small community around you. And when you do that, you can be home anywhere.